I'm Andrew Jenkinson, the Caravan Expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel. Well, here I'm at Preston Caravans and Motorhomes showroom. I'm looking at the new Eldis Affinity 520 because this is a new two-berth that introduced for 2020 and it's less than 23k, which I think represents pretty good value for money because it comes with ATC, AKS hitch, spare wheel, and it's just got lots of extras inside, such as Alde heating. So, what do I think of it so far? Well, I still like the profile, although now I think it's starting to look a little bit too on the tired side. So consequently, I think Eldis going to have to look at changing the profile to keep it more up to date. But anyway, enough of that. Let's go inside and have a look, and I'll tell you what I think of it. Well, here I am inside the Affinity. And I've always liked this model, always liked this range, should I say, from when they were introduced in 2013, and I saw them at the Eldis dealer trade show. I really thought it was a cracking van, and they've come on in leaps and bounds since then as well. You've now got the sunroof, you've got the sky view here. It all makes this van very light and airy inside, and they've also made it now where it's a bit more contemporary, a little bit like compassing effect, to be quite honest with you. So, what do I think of the 520? Well, I think it's a great model. It's great for two, and it feels very spacious too. You've got the usual configuration here of the dual fuel hob and sink, a nice big square sink as well on that, decent sized sink with a clip-on drainer. Also, you've got new lockers, catches, plenty of storage up here, and also on this far side you've got the microwave. Now, as I say, this feels a very spacious tourer, and what I do like, as I say, is that Eldis are like Luna. Luna are always very good at their interior lighting, and I must admit, it's full marks to Eldis here too, because there's lots of LEDs on this and it really makes it feel nice and bright. Plus you've got the overhead locker lighting too. So consequently, so far I think this is a great van, and it's been nice for them to bring this in. I do admit I do like the end kitchen, where it's an L-shaped end kitchen side washroom, but it didn't really find favour with buyers, I don't think. But they've actually kept that in the Explore range, which I'm glad to still see that's there. So I'll have a bit of a tour around and then I'll give a conclusion. So let me grab the camera and give you a whisk around. I'm just starting off here on the side dresser, and it's quite low down, as you can see. That's not too much of a problem, but it could have done with being, I think, a little shade higher, another few inches higher, to be quite honest with you. You've also got some USB ports here, you've got main sockets here, and your aerial too. And you've also got the must-have microwave, which is a good sensible height, and that nice nifty neat cupboard just above. Of course it comes with a stereo radio cassette, not cassette, sorry, CD, which is obviously taken out for show purposes, and the Telco aerial, of course. Now this is really nicely all put together. It just feels a nice all put together van. Now let's have a quick look at this kitchen and a closer look at it. We've got the this is said before, a big sink here, and that's a real good sink. That's the sort of sink that Bailey were fitting in the Pegasus when they launched it back for 2010, and I must admit that was something I always did quite like in the Bailey's Pegasus kitchen. Plus as well, you've got your Dometic fridge, and nicely glide along drawers too. They feel solid, unlike some that I see. Of course, you've got the latest Stepford oven, which of course comes with, as I mentioned before, the dual fuel hob. Now there's more storage up here, like you saw me on the first clip, and plenty there, isn't there? You can get all your cereal boxes in there, no problem at all. And what I do like, of course, is this LED light downlighting. That's brilliant. It really gives the user here excellent lighting, and of course there's some more underneath as well, so that's fab. Okay, so let's look in the washroom and see what that's looking like, and see if it's nice and spacious, etc. Oh, before we go in there, I must mention this super sized mirror. Look at that. It's a real good sized mirror as you come in. It's brilliant. Right, let's go into the washroom. Well, this really is a good sized washroom, there's no doubt about it. And I do like the storage. Plus as well, you get a window in here, which I always think that is most important in a tour of this money as well. I mean, this actually comes in at less than £23,000 on the road, which I think is really good. And, you know, considering it's a very nicely put together Tourer, and it feels very upmarket. I really do like the shower cubicle there. It looks very classy. It's got an LED light in there, of course. And of course you have the hand basin here, which is like a standalone unit. And you've got a good cupboard storage beneath too. And what I do like is you've got lots of floor area, so this would make a great changing room. Plus you've got the LED lighting just above here too, and LED lighting around the mirror. Some handy storage compartment here, looks good. And of course the wardrobe, which really is very, very spacious. Wow, look at that. Loads of storage space there. Plus that's where your freestanding table is as well. And the Aldi heating system. And you've got some more cupboards, some more drawers. So this is a really impressive rear washroom, to be quite honest with you. That wardrobe is very good. Plus you get two hangers, look, one at the top, one at the bottom. It's quite good. Okay. So I'll go straight back into the main living area again. And let's go into the lounge. Well, in the front dinette area, this is where obviously a lot of people spend the time relaxing, and it is a nice, comfortable area to be in. You've got the deep windows here at the front. Also you've got good seating, you've got a bolster cushion there, you've got your scatter cushions, and there's plenty of support in these cushions. And I like the overall effect. I think everything blends in well, the soft furnishings with the furniture. You've also got your central chest of drawers here, and also the coffee table that folds over. Also underneath the seats you've got access flaps, which means that you don't have to take the cushions off to get into the bedding. And of course all the LED lighting, as I said before, makes this a very bright van, and you can have your different lighting levels, and if you want to turn that off, and it does make quite a difference not having that LED light on. So what do I think? Well, I think the 520 represents great value for money for less than £23,000. The Coachman's Arcadia 460, which I review on a video on my channel, which you'll come across here. I also rated, and it's a great looking Tourer too. But the Affinity is pretty close. In fact, the Affinity is just that bit cheaper, a little bit cheaper. And what would I go for? It could be a hard one. I think it would be very much down to personal choice. I think the Coachman possibly has that little bit of an edge on quality. But having said that aside, putting that aside, the 520 Affinity is a great new layout to add to the Affinity range, and replacing the L-shaped kitchen rear at the back and the side washroom, which I did like as a layout, but obviously not a lot of people did, but they've still got that in the Eldis Explorer, thankfully. Now I think if you're a couple, you want a Tourer for less than 24, 23 grand. Yeah, you've got Aldi heating, you've got ATC, you've got your TV aerial. It's a Telco, it's not a Status, but the Telco does work pretty well, and it is a multi-directional, although I think Status probably just have the edge on it. And you've got obviously your microwave, and that fantastic end washroom too. I think it takes some beating, this van, for the money. So what would I do for next year if I was going to be on Ellis's design team? Well, I think for 2021 I'd probably start looking at the profile of the Eldis range, which obviously would mean Compass as well. I think it's just starting now to need a change. Interior wise though, the Affinity, I think is very smart, it's very contemporary. It just feels a bit of Compass about it, but it's just still is distinctive enough to have that Eldis badge with the Affinity on it. So I'm going to sign off, and please do subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the videos, and please leave some comments, and I shall be back again testing something else. Could be new Tourer, used Tourer, motorhome, new Tourer, it could be anything. So I shall speak to you soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.